Last time you were in art, you used tissue paper and a spray bottle to make a colorful background inspired by an abstract landscape. Today you're going to be using a Sharpie to kind of make some lines that sort of separate out the different parts of your landscape. Because when we took that tissue paper off, some of those spaces got a little bit muddy. So I am kind of tracing around where I see the difference between the dark red, and it can be a little bit tricky to tell exactly where that spot is, so you can kind of imagine it. You know, if it's not really clear where that line should go, you can sort of just create a line. I'm paying really close attention to the details because I want my shapes to be interesting and detailed for when I start to paint them in. You can decide to just draw one line along your artwork, or you could also decide to separate out another space from your art. So I'm going to also draw a line along the green section. Once you are done drawing all of the lines that you want to add to show the different parts of your abstract landscape, you're going to use the chalk pastels to kind of make those different layers pop out. And remember, this is an abstract landscape. So my mountains can be a color that a mountain wouldn't usually be, and I could use a color for the grass that I wouldn't usually use for grass. I think I'm going to stick with the red for my mountains, and the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just color in with the pastel a little area that's just solid red. I'm going to really take my time, and I'm going to get a solid color of red right along that Sharpie line that I drew. One of the tricks to using pastels is creating your own edges with the pastel. You can't sharpen a pastel with a sharpener, but you can kind of turn. So I'm turning it so that I have a sharp edge right there, and then that way I can color right along the pencil line because I've already created a sharp edge. What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue, I would continue coloring this first spot all the way across, but I'm going to just show you right here so you can see the whole thing pretty quickly. I would fill in a good portion with solid pastel, and then I've been pressing down really hard. Now I'm going to press down a little bit lighter. That's going to create a different value or a different shade. So when I press down a little bit lighter, you can see more of the tissue paper showing through. And that's my goal, is I don't want to cover up all of this beautiful tissue paper designs and textures and patterns and colors that I created. I want to just enhance what I already have. So I've pressed down hard, and then I press down light, and then the very last step is going to be for me to use my finger and just smooth that color kind of down and blend it in to the tissue paper. So I would do that technique all the way along this line. I would do it hard, pressing down hard to make it really bright, and then pressing down light so more of the tissue paper showed through, and then blending it out with my finger.